Okay, so let's see why the quadratic formula. So our quadratic formula said if ax squared plus bx plus c is 0 with a not 0, right? Then something. Right, let's see if we can figure out the y for the then something. So I would like to solve something like this, and I have a method to do this. It's called complete the square, and this looks like it's going to be horrible, right? So if I was to try to complete the square on this thing, what's the first step I would do?
Subtract c.
Okay, so let's subtract the c to the other side. So I get ax squared plus bx.
Leave space.
Okay, I need a blank, right?
Yeah.
Is
Negative c.
negative c plus a blank.
Yep. And then divide bx by 2.
Wait,
Or b.
you're jumping ahead of yourself. What's the other problem? You guys see it? Why aren't I ready to divide by b by 2? Why wasn't I really ready to draw blanks in here yet?
Because a is not 1.
Oh, you have to divide.
Yeah, I gotta divide through by the leading coefficient, right? I have to make a1 to be able to complete the square. So I gotta divide through by a here.
Everything.
Does that seem horrible?
This is awful.
Yeah, it kind of is horrible. So what do I get? I get x squared
Plus bx over a.
plus, okay, and I'm going to write this a funny way. This should be bx over a, right? I'm going to write it as b over a times x. You guys okay with that?
Why?
X divided by a.
Because multiplication doesn't care about the order, right? This is a b times an x times a 1 over a in whatever order. You guys see that? That's b times x times 1 over a.
It doesn't matter what order. Yeah, okay.
And what I really decided to do was
X
write
times
this
B
as
times 1 over A, or
b
1 over A times B times X.
times 1 over a and group those two together and then multiply by x.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
You guys all see those are the same thing?
Yeah.
The reason for me writing it this way is I want to keep that kind of flavor of the coefficient on x is b over a. Okay, then there was this blank, which thankfully didn't have anything in it. Otherwise, I would have to divide it by a, right? And c, what's,
Negative c over A.
okay, so I get negative c over a, and then there's a blank. So I really wasn't ready for those things. Maybe let me say I didn't put them in, and now I put them in after I put divided by a.
So now divide by.
Okay, so now I want to think about this thing as x plus something squared, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the something that goes here?
b over a times x divided by 2.
Do I need the x?
No.
Because remember, I take the coefficient on x, right? That's b over a. I divide it by 2. What's b over a divided by 2? B over
A times 1 half?
a times 2.
That's exactly what I do.
So this is b over 2a. And trust me on that for a moment. You might need to fiddle with fractions to get that one down, but it's there. Okay, so I got b over 2a squared.
That's what goes in the, or no,
What goes in the blanks now?
b over 2a squared.
B over 2a all squared, right? What goes in the other blank?
b over 2a squared as well.
That same thing, right? Okay, so what's the right-hand side of that equation?
b over 2a squared minus c. Oh, no. Minus c over a.
So I've got b over 2a all squared minus c over a, right? You guys cool with that? Okay, now what? At this stage, I would normally, like,
Try to factor out rows or
I would try to
extract the roots.
extract the roots, right? Okay, but right now that right-hand side totally sucks. So can I make the right-hand side any better? So basically I'm just looking to fiddle with this thing to maybe make it even one fraction so that it's not such a pain in the butt.
You can try to set the bases to each other. Or you'd have to multiply b over 2a.
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta multiply b over 2a times itself. So I get
2b
b
B
squared,
squared.
b squared,
over
2a
Four.
squared. No, 4a
2a all squared, which is 4a
a
squared.
squared. Yeah. Fuck.
And then I'm subtracting.
C. Oh, well, you'd have to make.
Okay, so I've got c over a, right? So let me just write c over a. Now, what do I want to do with these two to make them so I can stick them together? Yeah, I should try to find a common bottom, right? What's the common bottom between 4a squared and a?
4a squared.
4a squared, right? This thing's already got an a in it.
So you
In fact, it's got two of them.
So you have to multiply c
By
4a.
4a.
And the top as well.
And the top as well, right? I need to multiply by 1. Okay, so I got b squared
Over 4a squared minus
wait,
Wait, B squared minus C 4A minus 4C?
4
Oh, AC.
ac is the standard form, right?
And then they're all over a 4a squared.
You guys seeing that part?
Yeah,
That looks familiar, right?
it's in the.
That's the discriminant in the quadratic formula, actually, right?
Oh.
Cool, right? It's not magic. It comes from somewhere. So the left-hand side, which I lost a bit ago, was x plus b over a squared, right?
2A squared.
Okay, so now what do I do?
You can extract the root.
Okay, so what's my first step extracting roots?
Do
Plus or
minus square root on both sides.
Okay, so we plus minus square root both sides. So I get x plus b over a, b over 2a, right? This whole thing is
The square root of b.
Or plus or minus.
plus
Yeah,
or
plus
minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared.
So.
Now what?
Then you
now
can
with the
subtract
fours go
b and subtract b over 2a.
Yeah, I want to get that thing out of there, so I subtract b over 2a. So I end up here with x is
B.
negative b over 2a plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared.
Cool.
You guys see that?
We're almost
So you
there.
just add it.
Okay, and then you rewrite this as, okay, x is negative b over 2a plus or minus, and then if I'm squaring a fraction, I can square at the top and square at the bottom. So I get the square root of b squared minus 4ac over the square root of 4a squared.
Which is 2a.
Oh, I already
Yeah.
knew the square root of that because I squared something and got it earlier, right? So I can replace this with 2a,
And then they combine.
and then they combine, so I get x is negative b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a.
That's pretty cool.
Okay? So what do I expect you to take from this? Do I expect you to be able to do this?
Just know that it
No.
comes from.
But I do expect you to know that the quadratic formula comes from complete the square, right?
Just more.
It's not magic, it really just comes out of completing the square. So you should know how to complete the square,
Some like Middle Eastern.
because if you don't, you just memorize magic.
Yeah,
Cool.
some
Joe,
Middle
who was the
Eastern.
first dude that was like,